is going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Logan, if you don't know me already. I'm here in Austin, Texas with Noah McCrill. We're about to go and run some errands. We're supposed to detail a Ferrari today, but our owner has it stuck in a, we're supposed to detail a Ferrari today, but our owner has the car stuck in the shop because he was getting his oil changed and the shop is closed today. So instead, we're going to take this Porsche. I'm still not used to vlogging. Are you used to it yet?
I absolutely hate it.
Like, I get so, if I like stop vlogging for like a week and then I start vlogging again, I get so nervous. I told Noah, like, I was vlogging pretty much consistently, and then he came to my house, like, in front of me and recording me, and that made it, like, 1,000 times worse because I'm like, oh, now I can't, like, edit out my screw-ups. I need to get a gimbal so bad. But we're gonna take the Porsche, and we're gonna follow Noah while he goes to the office, so hopefully I can get some good footage of us revving up the engine in the Porsche. I just sat in my water bottle. Damn! This guy's like, what are they doing? That is insane. Poor Noah's like, man, why am I in the truck? Not anymore!
I'm just gonna wait till it goes green and then start launch control. Did you get any of the good pops? Get the pops? Pops.
Like the pop, like
the bangs?
when it lets off the exhaust? The crackles. We both heard it. Maybe you don't know what we're talking about. Loud exhaust saves lives. Loud pipe saves lives.
Yeah.
Oh, that was loud. Hopefully we can get some tunnels or something.
Oh, overpasses are insane.
Oh, yeah. There's a spot by my house where you get on an overpass and it's just two cement walls. And even in a car that's not like crazy loud like this, it sounds insane. You want to race?
You know what, dude?
What?
I forgot my card to get in my office.
Are you kidding? Is somebody there that can let you in? You don't have any Saturday hustlers?
Did you just find it?
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Oh. I know, this is cringy. You're gonna hit a nail. How much do the tires cost on a car like this?
It was $1,200 for all four.
Oh, that's not that much.
Yeah.
My Jeep was like 16.
Really?
Yeah, well, they're like mud boggers.
Your destination is on the left.
questions about cars because I know most of my viewers are car people, being that I detail cars so much. So tell us something about the car. What have you done with this car so far? And I'm going to add some B-roll footage around as you answer these, but go through what you've done with the car since you've got this car and what you appreciate about it the most.
So some of the basic stuff I did initially was Cayman, especially with the intake. That intake and the oil filter. Also, the exhaust is one of the biggest things I did. I initially started off with
The exhaust is insane.
Yeah. So I started with a Fast Speed Super Cup race exhaust, which sounds absolutely amazing. It just kind of wasn't enough for me. I just wanted something louder, more crazier. It was kind of engineered and so refined, had a beautiful sound to it, but it just wasn't exactly what I wanted. So I made a few modifications and essentially took out half the exhaust, and now it's mostly straight piped, and it just is insane with a lot of the pops and crackles, and it's like my favorite thing I've ever done.
You cannot capture it on video when he slams on the exhaust and lets go and it makes that crackling sound. You can't explain the vibration in your stomach, like in your whole body. And I've seen so many other supercars before. Like, this isn't my first time seeing like a really loud, awesome car. His exhaust is ridiculously loud. It sounds so good.
Yeah, and then I was actually at a car meet recently, and I was just kind of revving. I was doing like a lot of the pops, and then afterwards, everybody was telling me like, "Hey, I really like the blue flames coming out of the exhaust." Which that was the first time I'd ever even heard of that. Like, I didn't even know my exhaust did that. And it still has the stock cats on it, so I mean, it's blasting flames through the cats. I cannot wait to see it at night and actually be able to capture that. So one of the biggest modifications, which you can obviously see, is the crazy wrap. So me and a friend just started up our own wrap company, and this is the second car we've ever done. And it's just pretty much a completely original design, and it's kind of like more to like highlight what we can do, like our skills, as well as kind of like a huge billboard for the company.
So with everything you've done to the car now, what are your future plans with what you want to do with the car in the future? Like, how do you want to change this thing to make it even better? I know you mentioned that you're going to put a carbon fiber spoiler on, which I'm super excited about because carbon fiber spoilers, mirrors, anything that's like adding onto the car in carbon fiber, like always looks so cool to me.
Oh yeah, so right now with the exhaust, I actually had to get a new rear bumper and cut out the whole bottom portion because it's normally a central exit, and I wanted to kind of like be more split, have one on either side. And with that, it just left a huge open gap underneath. So I'm having a custom diffuser made to go in between the pipes, underneath and then on either side. And then with that, he's gonna match it with full side skirts and a crazy front splitter. And then to top it all off is gonna be a chassis mounted wing with the uprights. They're gonna come out of the rear bumper and up, and it's gonna have a huge...
So that's the racing spoiler, the one that like you see on a racetrack that's just like massive and it's just cool.
Yep, so I don't know if it's gonna be bigger than a 911 GT3 RS wing, but my goal is to be the same size, if not bigger.
That's awesome.
So it's gonna be wild.
And it is gonna be carbon fiber?
Oh yeah.
So I also wanted to ask, like I've said in my videos before, I drive a Range Rover and an Audi, and I'm 20 or now I'm 21. And all my friends have always looked at me and automatically assumed that my parents have bought me the car or that I'm some spoiled, spoon-fed kid. So I do want to ask, how did you afford this car, and did you have any help by your parents or your grandparents giving you money or some advantage in starting up your company, or however? How did you get the money to buy a car so my viewers can understand that they can also afford to get a Porsche, a Lambo, a Ferrari?
So pretty much it was just savings my entire life. I started working when I was like really young. I kind of like wanted something. My dad told me that he's like, well, if you want it, go get a job and buy it yourself. So I kind of took that to heart and immediately tried to get a job, start mowing lawns, but just saved money my entire life and just always knew that the dream that I want is going to be there in the future. So just keep putting money away for it. And just like essentially every time I work, just putting as much money away as possible, not blowing on like stupid stuff, especially like
Starbucks.
Yeah,
20
Starbucks.
cent iced coffee at Graham Stephan.
Yeah, especially going out to eat is one of the worst things you can do when it comes to trying to save money for what you want in the long run. I pretty much meal prep almost every single meal, and I rarely eat out, but I do sometimes.
I need meal prep.
It's nice to treat yourself every now and then, but meal prepping is one of the biggest things to cut down a lot of just the constant expenses that you really don't need.
So I'm just curious, what's your biggest expense as far as things that are, I'm not talking about bills or mortgage or anything business related, but what is your biggest thing that you splurge money on? Like mine's cars. I switch cars every 6, 7, 8 months, and it's not a good habit. A lot of people will look at me and I buy a car and they're like, oh, you just waste all your money. But if you take into consideration, I don't go to the movies, I don't get Starbucks, I don't eat out hardly ever. That's thousands of dollars that most people spend on, just miscellaneous meal purchases. And if you save that up, then you realize that you have enough money to buy a Porsche or a Range Rover or an Audi.
There's really not much I really go out and like splurge on. One of the biggest things is gas. because this thing's actually very fuel efficient.
No surprise while you were driving earlier.
Yeah, so this thing is very fuel efficient on the highway, and it's actually really amazing. However, when I'm just having fun or just even going to car meets, like that's like one of the best ways to kind of like spend my time to kind of splurge is more of just spending it with people that like love cars and care about cars and just the people who like kind of in that community. So it's like one of the big things I love to do, and just obviously the kind of blowing all the gas or burning all the gas just kind of show off a little bit. That's one of like the biggest constant expenses I kind of splurge on.
So before I wrap this video up, one, is there anything that you want to add as far as anything with the car or just tips on how somebody can afford the car that they want or even the house that they want?
Just save up all your life, or not all your life, but save up as much as you can. And if it's practical, put away as much money as possible. Like you don't need a bunch of little tiny things here and there, like to just clutter your house. Save it and spend it on the things that you know that you're actually gonna love and appreciate for a long time. And especially things that are gonna last forever that you could then resell if you wanted to later on.
And then you get this trophy of a Porsche or something that, whatever it is that means something to you. Maybe it's not a car, maybe for you it's a house or something less expensive. Maybe it's a Gucci jacket, I don't recommend. But whatever that something is, you can save your money and get something that you actually want. And also this video is not, obviously he's not bragging that he has a Porsche, and I'm not bragging that I have a nicer car either, but I do just want to use him as an example as somebody who can just be frugal and, what's the word? To be frugal and disciplined and save up the money, and he bought something that meant a lot to him. This is a trophy to him. This is something that he's looked forward to for a long time. So for him, I'm sure this is just nothing but a proud trophy that he gets to drive around, and he sees all the hard work he's done, all the money he's saved, all the maybe opportunities that he's missed because he's not going out with his friends and blowing $50 a night like a lot of people are, maybe even some of the people watching this video. So with that being said, do you have any social media that they can follow you on? I know you just started a YouTube channel.
Yep, so I have YouTube, Instagram, that's my biggest, and then I actually have another Instagram for the Apex Vinyl Solutions, like a wrap company. Also, another thing is a lot of people might say it's super easy to save for like a high-paying job, but the reality is I don't really have this crazy luxury, like high-paying job that can give me everything I want. It's just honestly a basic, average-paying job. It's nothing wild. So anybody watching this, just your dreams can come true if you just pretty much plan for your future and just plan ahead, put money away, and you don't have to have some like luxury job just to accomplish your dreams.
That's very true. I also want to add, whenever I bought my Audi or Range Rover, I think when I bought my Range Rover, no, it was my Audi. Whenever I bought my Audi, I worked at Sam's Club making $10 an hour. Minimum wage, well, that's above minimum wage. But I was working at Sam's making $10 an hour, and I was just saving that money. I lived with my parents at the time. I had an advantage. Or I live with my parents still. But I had an advantage, so I just saved my money and I spent it towards something that I wanted. But most of my friends that are making the same amount or more don't have a trophy that they can appreciate every day because they have, empty Starbucks bottles and ripped up movie tickets. I'm gonna have the link to all of his stuff in the description below. It's also above us on the screen right here. So go and check out his channel as well as Noah, which is obviously in the video just a few minutes ago. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Like I said, the link to everything with him is in the description below as well as Noah, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace. It's so hard to record in front of somebody. I feel like it helps too, like this sounds ridiculous, but to not think about what you're gonna say at all.
Pretty much.
Like if I'm trying to, because what happens is I think about what I'm gonna say and I fuck up what I think I'm gonna say.
Or like you rush into it and you say like 2 words at the same time. Because
or 4. Some spoiled spoon-foot.
God damn it, Logan, just start talking.
I'm trying to think. Hang on, give me a second.